set on my heart of like, we really have to talk about diet culture showing up in the safe places and making us feel ashamed for something God created good, which is our very divine design, and we have this innate wisdom of how to feed ourselves, and diet culture really messes that up. So diet culture is this system of beliefs, and many say oppression, that leads us to falsely equate thinness, a certain way of eating, to health and even worthiness. So it's in all the safe places. And here's an example everyone can, I think, relate to. If you go to a doctor's visit, you step on the scale, the first thing. Well, about 90% of those doctor's visits for adults, you don't need a weight check. It's not even necessary. It's customary, but not necessary. And we'll even have people kind of argue with us about that. But it's because those seeds are planted so deeply in the safe places, like medical education. Even my education as a registered dietitian was very weight centric. And so that's one way it shows up, is like, oh, we feel like this must be really important because in the safe places I have to focus on this. And so it's a system of beliefs or oppression that leads us to believe that our how we show up in the world and this body that God gave us, these very diverse bodies, is related you know explicitly to our health and worth. And really, your weight is not a good proxy for health in the first place, and it sure is not a proxy for our worthiness.
You share several lies that we've already bought in, hook, line, and sinker. And again, we hear them in commercials and marketing. Would you share with us 1 to 2 lies that we continue to hear and have really accepted as truth, and it's kind of ruining how we approach health and living a vital life?
Yeah. Well, I kind of touched on where one of the lies is like weight is a primary indicator of my health. Well, that is a lie. And the evidence in the science world, I'm a nerd, like the evidence does not support that one bit. So there's so many other things that are related to our health, and things like socioeconomic status, food security. Do you have a safe place to live? Do you get good sleep? Do you have access to non-stigmatizing healthcare? There are a lot of things that really impact our health that are not our weight at all. And we're largely not in control of our weight. Like that body preference we have of like, I like to be here or this size or whatever. Well, your body is like, well, your genetics say this and we're going this way. And so that's a lie that, your weight is a very good indicator of your health. That is false. Something else that I think is even a more subtle, insidious lie is that it's normal to be at war with your body, and or normal to think I must change, I must conform, I must make this body look like cultural ideals. And it's not normal to be at war with your body. It's not normal to struggle over the lunch menu with friends when you're out to lunch. It's not normal to be afraid to eat a snack in the afternoon. It's not normal to just think, gosh, I have to change my body. It would be so much better if I were different. That is something that we hear people struggle with a lot. And I have 20 years plus experience as a registered dietitian and eating disorder expert, where it's like eating disorders and disordered eating is not rare at all. And it's because of these lies and these seeds that are planted in our hearts and our minds so young, and without our consent. We talk about that. I'm like, hey, let's separate separate this thought from your very, very good body. And I, hand on my heart in my office, look at this person, this client of mine, and tell them, I am so sorry for the lies that you were told about your body and what should have been a safe place. I am so sorry. And can we work on not body love, not can we not even go that far yet? Can we take the step to I have a body that God made good. And can I step towards neutral? Can I care for it while I'm learning to step out of diet culture? What we don't hear in safe places, for example, like health offices, is we don't get informed consent. So we don't get things like a nurse practitioner or physician or someone saying, listen, I'm going to recommend that you do a weight loss diet, but what I'm not going to tell you is that 95% of those fail at the 3 to 5 year mark. And which means you've gained all the weight back. And of those, that 95%, 65 to 70% of those people who gain the weight back gain more back. So if this were a drug being approved by the FDA, it would never make it to a doctor's prescription pad. And so I want people to know that you will learn untruths in safe places. And dieting for the sole purpose of shrinking your body is not the way to health.